Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Lehman from Math with Mrs. Lehman, and happy Monday to you. We are on review session number 5, another quick review for New York State testing. These were questions from 2018. So the first question we have is, which two expressions are equivalent? So which two would simplify or combine, when you combine like terms, which two are going to have the same value? So in this first example, we have a plus a and x to the third power, x cubed. So this is really playing on the mistake that kids make with coefficients. So this x plus x would be written as 3 times x, or 3 copies of x, right? And then x cubed would mean x times x times x. So those are definitely not the same thing. For part B here, it says 14x plus 10 minus 2x. So you can combine things that have the same term. So 14 x's minus 2 of those x's would be 12 x's, plus we still have the 10. So this obviously doesn't match. This would be for kids who mistakenly added the 2x plus the 14x, but it says minus 2 x's. So that's how we come up with 12 and not 16. So it is not choice B. Choice C involves your understanding of the distributive property. And so what that is saying is 4 times 3x, which would be 12 x's, plus 4 times 4x, which would be 16 x's. So 12x plus 16x actually should be, could be simplified more to 28x, but that's all they asked you to do. So the correct answer is choice C. On this next one, 12x squared plus 5x plus 10 and 17x squared plus 10. The reason that they did this right here is they tried to catch kids that would combine x squareds and x's. You cannot add or subtract numbers with variables unless the variables match exactly. All right, so in this case, you can't add x squareds with x's. They're not the same thing. So it is not choice D. Again, the correct answer is choice C. All right, moving on to question number 2. It says, which expression represents the perimeter of the figure below? And we've talked a lot about area and volume. Perimeter we haven't spent as much time on in 6th grade, but perimeter means the distance around the outside of something. So fencing, for example, borders around a wall maybe. Perimeter involves just the distance around the outside. So what this question is really testing is your ability to combine like terms, because you can combine all these x's. So we have 5 copies of x. So you would write 5x. Plus, we have 2 copies of y. Maybe I should do that in a different color. All right, 2 copies of y, so 2y. Plus we have a z. And these 3 terms cannot be combined because they are not the same. They are not considered like terms. Okay, sorry about that glitch. The announcements came on. So anyway, 5x plus 2y plus z is our answer. So 5x plus 2y plus z is right here. Choice C. Which the smartboard does not allow me to write there, so I'm going to scroll up. Choice C, okay? Choice A leaves out that whole Z thing going on, so that's no good. The next one is not mentioning that we have 2 Y's and we have 5 X's, so that would not work. And this next one would be like saying 8 times this entire quantity, which would definitely not be the case because we don't have 8 X's, 8 Y's, and 8 Z's. So the correct answer for this one is choice C as well. All right, let's move on to the next page of this. It says a machine fills boxes at a constant rate. At the end of 35 minutes, it has filled 5 boxes. Which table represents the relationship between the number of minutes the machine fills boxes and the number of boxes it has filled? So essentially, these are all ratio tables. They're demonstrating a ratio of time to boxes. So if we look back here in the question, it said the time, for example, is 35 minutes, and that's going to give you 5 boxes. So we're looking for one that would have a ratio of 35 to 5, right? And if you simplify that ratio of 35 to 5, you'll notice they're both divisible by 5. And that means for every 7 minutes, there is 1 box filled, right? So we're looking for a 7-to-1 ratio. Now, if you look at this, and if you're wondering again how I got that, you're looking for 35 minutes for every 7 boxes, right? When you simplify that down, just like you'd simplify a fraction, you would get 7 minutes for every 1 box. So you can look at choice B. That's showing that a box gets filled in 5 minutes, so that's not going to work. And if you scaled that up, you would get to, you're adding 5 each time here as we jump. Okay, sorry again for the interruption. So you add 5 each time over here. Every jump is worth 5. You got to make sure that each jump is worth the same, right? And that's for every jump of 1 box over here. So 5 boxes would be 25 minutes. 6 boxes would be 30. 7 boxes would be 35. So, let's see. So 35 minutes, it's 5 boxes, not 7 boxes. So that doesn't match up to what we were given in the problem. Let's look at choice C here. Choice C says time 1 minute, boxes filled 7. So, if we look at D, this says 1 to 5. We're multiplying the time, 1 minute. Whoa, these guys are fast. All right, so we multiply this by 5, right? We're looking at that relationship. These are all times 5. We're looking for a relationship. We scroll back up here. We're taking the minutes and dividing it by 7, right? So to get from here over to here, it's divided by 7. 14 divided by 7 equals 2. 21 divided by 7 equals 3. And then 28 divided by 7 equals 4. So our correct answer is choice A here, but let me keep going with this with choice C and D. So choice C, you're multiplying by 7. And, that's not what you want to do because, again, you're getting, let's see, it takes a long time to fill 5 boxes, right? So the minutes is definitely more than the boxes, where if you look at choice C again, that is the opposite. You're going to have more boxes filled in less time, So even though they both involve 7, you got to be careful and think, how would this match up? So if we took 35 here, right, 35 minutes, and we divided that by 7, we would get 5 boxes filled, which is what the problem stated, where if we were to go this way, I think this was really the trap answer here, because if you take 5 times 7, oh yeah, you get 35. A lot of kids get hyped over that, but the reality is that you're taking your boxes and multiplying it by 7 to get the time, or if you look at it the way that's shown in this ratio table, you're taking your time divided by 7 to get boxes. So we're looking for that 7-to-1 ratio to continue, and that's time to boxes. All right, well, hopefully that helped with some of these, but very doable question. Again, I think a lot of these questions are pretty accessible for 6th graders. If you're a careful reader, you read each question a few times, you underline the keywords, and you try to get around the fancy vocabulary that's often used in these questions. They can be intimidating, but you guys have worked really hard this year, and I think you'll be fine as long as you take your time. But, lots of algebra stuff, lots of geometry stuff. We'll get into some of the other questions as we go, but overall, hopefully you did well. So the challenge question that I'm going to ask you today for a chance to win a prize and or bonus points is, if we have a rectangular prism with the following dimensions: 4 meters, 2 meters, and 9 meters, what would the volume be? Again, what is the volume of a rectangular prism with a length of 4 meters, a width of 2 meters, and a height of 9 meters? All right, if you can bring the answer into me tomorrow or sometime when you see me, next, I will put your name in for a drawing. So All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos that I have for state test review. Have a great night. Bye.